Hello and welcome. We're tackling a really interesting and, frankly, important question today. Can a piece of technology you might already have in your home, like an Amazon Echo, actually make a real, meaningful difference for seniors with dementia and the people who care for them? Let's dive in and see.
You know, if you're a caregiver, you've probably wondered about this, and it's totally fair to be skeptical. I mean, you're dealing with such deeply human challenges. So, can a little smart speaker truly offer any genuine help, or is it just another gadget collecting dust?
Well, according to our source for this explainer, DailyCaring.com, the potential is very, very real. They frame this whole conversation perfectly with this one thought. It's not about complicated tech. It's about simple, voice-activated support that can soothe and assist in a moment of need.
To really understand why something like this might work, we have to start with one of the biggest challenges in dementia care, and that's the need for constant repetitive reassurance.
This right here, this is a moment every single caregiver knows in their bones. It's not that the question itself is hard, of course. It's the repetition. It can be absolutely exhausting and emotionally draining to answer that same question over and over and over, all while trying your best to stay patient and kind.
And this is where the technology offers a surprisingly elegant solution. A voice assistant has infinite patience. It can answer "what day is it" or "what time is it" 100 times a day with the exact same calm, helpful tone. It never gets tired. It just offloads that one repetitive task, giving the caregiver a much needed break. Okay, so what exactly are we talking about here? Let's just quickly break down what Alexa and these Amazon Echo devices actually are for anyone who isn't familiar.
It really is that simple. Alexa is the voice, the assistant that lives inside the speaker. You talk to it and it responds. For the basic models, there's no keyboard, no screen to poke at, and no complex commands you have to memorize. You just speak.
Now this quote, this reframes the device in such an interesting way, right? It's not just the utility, like a toaster. It's presented as a companion. For someone who might be feeling isolated, just having a voice to interact with that's always available and is never, ever frustrated, well, that can be incredibly comforting.
So we know it can handle the time and date, but beyond that, let's look at the practical, day-to-day ways this technology can actually make a difference.
The sheer range of support is what's so powerful here. It goes way beyond simple questions. Think about it. Playing a favorite song from their youth can be a huge comfort, and it's even used in reminiscence therapy. Asking for a joke? That can provide a moment of simple joy and a welcome distraction. And looking up something like a TV schedule gives a sense of normalcy and engagement with the world.
So you see, each of these little functions can serve a much deeper purpose. The music provides comfort. Listening to the news can provide a routine. And just being able to ask questions gives a person a sense of connection and a little bit of control over their own environment. It's all about improving quality of life in these small but really meaningful ways.
And, while we've been focused on dementia care, the benefits of a voice assistant can actually extend to many other seniors as well.
Just think about it for a second. For someone with limited mobility, or maybe a condition like Parkinson's that makes using their hands difficult, being able to turn on a light, or listen to an audiobook, or call a relative just by using their voice, that's incredibly empowering. It can restore a level of independence that might have been lost.
Okay, so this all sounds pretty promising. But how easy is it to get started? Is it expensive? Is it complicated? Let's get into the practical side of things. The actual devices, the cost, and what the setup is like. First up, you've got models that have a screen, and these are called the Echo Show. These can be fantastic for video calls with family, or even just for displaying the date and time in big, clear letters. Now, one thing to keep in mind, take these prices with a grain of salt. Amazon puts these devices on sale all the time, often for a pretty big discount, so it's definitely worth keeping an eye out.
So you really have two main choices. The Echo Show with the screen gives you all those visual cues and, of course, video calling. Then you have the Echo Dot. It's audio only, so it's smaller, it's way more affordable, and it still provides all those core voice features we've been talking about.
And what about ongoing costs? This is a huge question, and a crucial point. Zero. That's right. After you buy the device, there are no mandatory monthly subscription fees to use the standard Alexa features, like asking questions, setting reminders, or playing music from included services.
And the setup itself is designed to be pretty straightforward.
Basically, you just plug it in, you connect it to your home's Wi-Fi network, and then you finish a few last steps using a smartphone or a computer. But once that's done, it just works on its own over the Wi-Fi.
Okay, we have to end on a really important note here. With all this amazing potential, it is absolutely vital to keep the role of this technology in the proper perspective.
This quote from DailyCaring.com really just says it all, doesn't it? An Amazon Echo is a tool. It's an amazing aid that can supplement care. It can provide some respite, and it can offer a lot of comfort. But it is not, and it never ever can be, a substitute for real human interaction, for compassion, and for connection. So we'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. By taking on some of those repetitive, draining tasks of caregiving, could this little piece of technology free up more time and maybe more emotional energy for caregivers to have higher quality, more present, more meaningful interactions with their loved ones? It's a really compelling question to think about. Thanks so much for joining us.